G'day, this is Captainoob, and welcome back to Murmrgh's Lucky Dip, a video series where I grab a random 3-star weapon from the purveyor and see if I don't have to break her legs later in frustration. So today we're using Marauder. Hopefully we can get something good out of this. I'm feeling energy weapon. Hopefully nothing like that. Okay. Well, at least I can put a suppressor on it, but this one might be slow going, so... yeah, I'll be back later, Murmrgh, with pliers, and I'm gonna rip all of your fingernails off one by one. Hope that's okay. Okay, bye. Okay, so I've just grabbed the weapon on a more capable user, and I've noticed something funky about these blood bugs, you see. Because for some reason, these guys, whilst they're attacking, taking no damage, apparently. Whilst they're attacking my robot, you'll notice that their blood sacs are like full for some reason. Also, I've got very poor accuracy. So apparently, this little robot over here is just full of blood and is yeah. Well, there you go. It's kind of weird, actually. You'd think that attacking a robot wouldn't incite any regeneration because there would be no blood inside, but apparently Brotherhood of Steel Collectrons have blood inside them. Who knew? Maybe it's just a man in a costume. Poor bastard. Okay, so we've got an Exterminator's Hitman's faster reloading hunting rifle. Not exactly what I'd call a god roll, and if you do call this a god roll, then I guess you need to play the game more and get better weapons because it ain't good. So what we're going to do is I'm going to chuck on the prime receiver. We'll make a few more 308s if we need them, but 519 seems like a decent amount of rounds to have. Plus, I think that's it's seemingly a lot stronger than the hardened. Usually they're on par, but apparently the prime receiver on this is a lot better. As it compares to the 50 receiver, it is actually stronger, and we're using the prime bullets though, so, you know, I think the 50s are a little bit easier to find, especially considering you can grab them from machine guns, which are basically all over the place, the big 50 cals. We'll go for the true things here, because it'll increase the hipfire accuracy to a point where I don't have to aim down sights, meaning at close range I can just no-scope stuff like an MLG. And we'll chuck on the perforating magazine to get superior armor penetration. It's only a very small magazine, 5 bullets inside it, but we've got the faster reload anyway, so that'll be fine. And for the scope, let's go for a medium scope. Normally I go short, but we'll try to extend the range out a little bit by using a medium scope. You don't want to go for a long scope with a suppressor because you'll find that over range that you'll get penalized too much in terms of your damage output at that range. So try not to. We're going to sacrifice a little bit of range putting the suppressor on, but our damage output will go up anyway. Now, we've got a bunch of paints we can use for this, and I'm going to go... It's a toss-up between the ghillie rifle and the camouflage paint here. We're going to go full sniper elite here because we're dressed up as a Wookiee there. So we may as well do it like that. So 98 damage for now. We can increase that with the use of some perks. Now, let's not chuck on the wrong perks here, like rifle. Hey, that can go. Bam, that's more perk points for me. We can chuck on ground pounder. I think that'll give us a little bit of hipfire accuracy and reload speed. It says automatic rifles, but I have to assume that this thing, I mean, it's been bugged for a bit, right? And it's a little bit of a waste of a round to actually do that. There's the reload speed without ground pounder. We're testing shit on the fly here. And if I try this with ground pounder, I reckon that was faster, but I'm not going to be using that. Not because I feel like I'm exploiting. I actually would like to have the faster reload speed, but I'm thinking instead of that, we'll chuck on concentrated fire instead, which leaves us enough room for all of the rifleman perks, not you, and then tank killer, because we need the armor penetration, because a lot of armor will soak up what damage we can do. We'll leave gunsmith on. We've got weapon artisan on if we want to make this thing... want to repair it. And you know what, I think I might do this because this might take a while. Sure, we've got the Hitman's legendary effect, meaning scooping in will make us do a little bit damage, but 10% additive is barely anything at all. So what we'll do in luck is we'll chuck on Bloody Mess, and then we could go for better criticals, Critical Savvy, Grim Reaper Sprint, and I don't think that's such a bad choice. We could go run rank in Tormentor, just enough chance to get a cripple and then a dagger, but I don't think there's much else that is jumping out at me that is as useful. 4-leaf clover, less good on a weapon that doesn't fire as quick. Would have used that if it was like an automatic weapon, but I mean, same could be said about that, but I think the extra cripple chance gives me a little bit more versatility in this particular rifle. We'll grab Gunfu, Sandman, he will go on, and then we'll grab a rank of Sneak ×3 there. We're going to be using full chameleon armor here, which is all shadowed and also camouflage too, so full sniper elite mode even if I do take this off. So, I mean, the Wookiee suit, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. So, damage is 172, which is fairly solid, but that DPS is going to be very hard to manage. We won't be able to get swarmed here and come out on top. Hang on, is it just a camo paint with grass over the top? Alright, whatever. Okay, so here we are outside of the Cold and Flu chemist store, dressed up like hay fever and using a gun that looks like hay fever. Let's get started. This 5 in the magazine ain't gonna be good if I don't get these shots going, eh? Ooh, we can one-shot him. Hey, that's good. Hopefully I don't miss too many obvious easy shots like that, eh? There we go, that's some good damage. Actually, can I go center mass here? No, I cannot. But I can if I VATS and then get the critical, right? But yeah, we're totally doing this not center mass. We're going all hero sniper elite style. And this is why I should have chose a smaller scope. Well, if we don't kill him in the first shot, I think we'll get him with follow through, that's for sure. Add another 40% onto 813 and you're looking at quite a bit of damage, which wouldn't say it's punching above its weight class because of how slow it is, but oh, it is what it is. We'll get slightly more. I think I hit the car. Need to dial in my aim a bit here. And just get hit by random panic fire. No biggie. 888. Nice. Reference to the great Craig Lowndes, who's an excellent V8 supercar driver. At least when he was driving a Holden. Anyways, almost done here. Just got one more. And here's the thing about the hunting rifle. It's incredibly ammo efficient on the old throwaway. It's only gave the Ammo Smith and Super Duper 2 whirls. I put the bar up to 2 and made them. And went from like just under 600 to over 900. So potentially if you want to get a lot of mileage out of your 308 rounds, you can use the hunting rifle, which I guess gives it a lot of utility. Just don't expect to be racking up XP that quickly. We should have the follow-through bonus against that guy, thanks to far-flung fireworks. Very nice, so just no-scope him. Surprised that one didn't die. We'll just bunt him, give him a bit of a punt as he comes in, and nice. Okay, well this thing's range at 198. Okay, that's a little bit more than the usual 165, which I think I'm more used to. So that's definitely good. Nice one. Feel free to haggle me for missing these easy shots because there's no excuse. I'm playing terrible at the moment. I better fix my shit. Alright, now for the ghouls. I'm hoping here, really hoping that I can one-shot the charred variants with a torso shot because that is a lot easier to hit. Well, looks like it. So let's just keep this aim going good, and we should be cruising through this section quite easily. And he's taking some nice full cover there, didn't quite make the shot. And the ghouls are up and about, but they're not really quite sure on where to go. That one's run outside to God knows where. I'm sure we'll be seeing him again a little bit later, but let's get our no-scopes on. Now, if I wanted to do this without sneaking, I mean, it's probably possible, but nowhere near the amount of damage that I need to get it. Even with headshots, maybe? Okay, that was a gangrenous variant. We'll try. If we can't get the no-scope going... Well, that one worked. Nice little, what do they call that, a drag scope? We'll keep going. We'll add this to the montage. Yeah, never mind, I'm going back to sneaking now, because I got stuck on a table. They're giving me the Miss Finale treatment here, hit me in the back. Luckily, we can utilize stim packs, eh? Fuck, I hate hunting rifles. I hate them. They're shithouse. I don't care about damage per shot if I'm shooting twice a week, you know? I care about sustained DPS, and we ain't got it here. Come on, escape artist. There's a girl. So they'll probably come bolting out here. See how it went from 0 to 0 as soon as there was any pressure on me from the ghouls? I got quite lucky there, actually, because I managed to hit a couple of headshots that really I shouldn't have hit, because at this range, medium scope, darling, that ain't gonna fly. Alright, let's just think about this for a moment. There we go. We'll get back into sneak mode here, and then they can perpetually wonder where the hell I am, despite being right in front of me. Good old armor of... There we go. I don't usually take this many hits as Winter. She's feeling a bit squishy. If I am taking hits, I'm using my 8 endurance character, which is a significantly different hit point amount. And maybe the armor stats here aren't great. I think most of this stuff that I'm running is light, but I don't generally pay attention that much to the defense stats on the armor. That's why I don't go out of my way to grab the superior protection of the Secret Service armor. Hunter's minigun. I choose no. But I will see if it's 2 stars. Alright, it's going to be heavy, but I can carry it for now. If there's anything else that comes up, I might have to give it the flick. Go for a critical here. 1400 damage, no kill. Followed up with 1600. Very nice. Alright, let's get out of here. We've got a decent amount of adrenal reaction now. Hitting for under 300 damage, which I suppose isn't terrible. I just wish this thing was fast, you know. Back before the damage nerf, what I did when I used a bloodied faster fire rate one is I chucked on a tuned receiver, and since bloodied was so powerful back then, you could make this thing basically fire as fast as a Macmillan CS5 back in Battlefield 4 for reference. So it was quick and you could kill stuff really fast in first person. So it's a shame that we have to use these slow ass receivers now, but you know, these weapons are trashed here by design, and obviously but at this point at endgame you're supposed to have moved on by now. Alright, we'll keep this walking carpet going. It's a slow show, I'm sure you know, but we'll have to deal with it as is. If we can get some cheap headshots here, that would be great. Yes, you're still playing the banjo. I activated a grenade. That wasn't helpful. There we go. Dark Lance this ain't, that's for sure. It's a slow ballistic tier sniper, and they ain't no good. Only 46 damage. That ain't gonna kill a sectoid in one shot. We need something energy based to do that. Do you reckon I can hit him through that? Ooh, nice hitboxes for that 76. I didn't honestly expect that. Simply because I didn't see the health bar when I aimed over its head, but, you know, whatever. We haven't been using VATS too much. I could switch to unyielding armor, get my luck up to 34 and crit every other shot. That would certainly be a way to increase my DPS, my damage per shot, per second. It's negligible. But I can sort of sit back and shoot Swan 4 times. I'm sure you're all glued to your seat as the tension of this gameplay is just gripping. I'm sure of it. Alright, I've picked up something I shouldn't. 1 second. Alrighty, time to finally put this Exterminator's prefix to good use. There, we one-shot a Mirelurk. Oh, it's working. Isn't it brilliant? And we... Oh yeah, we're tracking them because Copper Squatter has actually drawn this section, which is nice. I quite like that. Now, if we can pick off the crackheads from back here, then that would be good. Nice shuffling there, mate. You know, it's a lot easier to read where your enemies are walking when you can see their animations. It's not an essential thing, but it does help a little bit. Oh, we've got lobsters. Alright, looks like we're dealing with lesser tier spawns than usual. I'd love to see some sort of crab out here of the king variety, but looks like the biggest we'll be getting from this lot is queens. They're all like proper trash tier mobs here, unfortunately, but you know what? This video's probably dragged along long enough already. We've drawn a level 60 Mirelurk queen, which, well, it is what it is. But, you know, this is just going to be a slightly quicker process. So we may as well make advantage of this. Trying to get the additive bonus out of aiming. Don't exactly know how I missed that one. Maybe the bullet got caught in the blade of grass. That stops bullets, right? Fallout 76 told me it stops bullets. Time for a stim pack, maybe. Nah. I got a Berserker's 50 cal machine gun. from the Copper Squatter event, and that put me over capacity. That's fun. I did drop a combat armor chest piece, and now I'm right to go again. I can't see him, so Vats, take it away. There we go. Get a bit of gun fill action before we leave. Square in the back of the noggin. We've got the prime receiver now, so we should be getting a little bit of damage bonus here. I'm not sure if the prime factor is still multiplicative, but if it is, it's pretty huge, actually. I wouldn't mind that. Now, the trick to getting Scorched Beast is, like, don't bother shooting at them if they're near you and causing screen shake, which is apparently all the time. They suck to fight. If you're going to be using snipers against them, you may as well just be... you know what, I'm going to mess around here. You just use VATS, because the screen shake will mess you up, and you owe me 600 damage, game. Come on. You can't just show me the numbers and then do nothing with it. Get a load of this time to kill, everyone. I'm sure you're all very impressed by it. Even with multiplicative damage, I never tried to solo a Scorched Beast Queen with a hunting rifle because I knew it was too bloody slow. Maybe you could do it with chems, but I never used to run with chems because I thought it was all about build strength. And it was, until I started speed running because, you know, you had to use chems, otherwise everyone would say, oh, you were quicker. It's alright. I got the fastest time with Earl and no one could beat that. Maybe some guy with a hacked gun can beat that these days, but, you know, you're not going to see that kind of record be beaten, at least legitimately these days. Maybe everyone using that ammo exploit is getting all happy about themselves because they could do it. Tell you what, wouldn't be bad to use an ammo exploit on this thing. I mean, you're still going to get terrible DPS, but at least you won't have to pause to reload every 5 shots, which does suck a little bit. But we've got the faster reload here, so it barely takes longer than rechambering another round, which is not terrible, but I just find that the hunting rifles in this game have such little utility. Nice one there. That, you know, I feel a lot better about VATS missing from that distance, because, and that one too. Yeah, these things are no good with VATS either, because if you miss, how long are you out of the fight for before you rechamber? It's over a second. And especially if the weapon decides to do no damage, despite clearly showing the damage numbers, which has happened on a few occasions now. Yeah, don't rate hunting rifles. Don't get me started on pipe bolt actions, because they're like this, but even slower and even less damage, so... yeah. Use them for style points all you want. I'll be sticking to basically any other weapon in the game. Except for broadsiders, maybe. Like, there's a lot of weapons that in this game that just don't work. Oh, look. This one works quite well. The problem is it's just so slow and boring that I'd rather be shooting with something else, you know? Thanks, Concentrated Fire. Managed to get that one without him taking off, which I suppose counts for something. That massive crit we got there in the middle certainly helped me out a little bit. Not to mention the prime rounds. Bad cover, friend. And there you have it. And if you're currently still watching this video and are asleep, wake up. It's over. If you weren't paying attention during that, Footnotes version is hunting rifle bad. Go find another weapon. If Murmrgh gives me to this again, I will murder her in a brutal way that wouldn't be. You know, if I spoke about the ways that I'd kill her, I'd get banned off YouTube. You know, so let's not go there. There you go. It's a piece of shit. It's going in the script bin as soon as I strip the paint. Thanks for watching, guys.